Natalie is one of the people who are part of my Immortals, which is my fan club. Hi, Natalie. How
Hi,
are you?
Chanté. I'm good. How are you?
I'm
Let me
doing
move back a
great.
bit.
I saw that you have your new, what's it called? The thing, web thing? What is it called?
Cover art? I
That's
do
what I
cover
said.
art for the podcast.
Yes, the podcast. That's what I was trying to remember.
Yes.
It's awesome. Congratulations. I'm so
Thank
happy
you.
for
Oh, you
you.
don't
I'm glad
understand.
you're
That means
doing
so
what you
much. Thank
dream.
you.
It's
Yes.
awesome.
The
It's
dream's to
awesome.
get you on the podcast. I'm just saying.
I did see
That's the
that
next
someone said
dream.
that you requested that. See there? Uh-huh.
Mm.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I saw it.
I love
But
it.
this is kind of like this. It's kind of like this right now, kind of sort of.
Right?
So
A
what would
little
you like to
preview. A
ask
little
me?
preview.
Well, a little pre-interview. What would you like to ask me, Natalie? Go
I
ahead.
actually want to ask you in terms of faith because we always see you preaching to us. I like the minister talking about your love for God, even on the Terrell show. And I just want to know, like, was there a point where you strayed away from faith, and how did you get back to it, especially for it to be so strong?
Well, I think part of the reason it's strong is because I strayed away. It's like sometimes you don't understand God's grace until you need it and it shows up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about being perfect. And I think that's the problem is that a lot of Christians won't admit that they have issues. We
Yeah.
act like everything's wonderful and perfect all the time. We're like, oh no, I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm like, yeah, but you're going through it, sister.
Hallelujah.
You need some medicine. You need a little medications. And so I went through a really bad time
Mm-hmm.
several times in my life, but the last time was extra bad because I was in a place where I really did walk away from the Lord and decide that I didn't want to live for him anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't know if everybody out there, I know someone out there understands that as far as being a Christian and saying, I purpose my life based on what God wants for me. And I acknowledged him in the ways that I did, what I did. And there was a time in my life where I decided, I kind of just was like, well, I'm gonna just do what I want to do. And I just was doing what I wanted to do. And I
Yes.
wasn't making a conscious effort to be the woman of God that I chose, that I knew I had to be for me. So in that time period, I got really lost and I got really discouraged, honestly. I really didn't know what my purpose was. And I felt like in the middle of that, I was sad, I was lonely, and I had somebody there. It wasn't like I was without a man, there was a man there, but I wasn't fulfilled, not necessarily, I'm not talking sexually, you guys, I'm talking about emotionally and
Spiritually.
really and spiritually. And I
Yes.
really got to a place where it was so dark inside that I was like, Lord, you know what? I don't even want to be here anymore. Because what's the point? My work, it was before the COVID, and I really didn't want to go and sing anymore. I didn't really feel like there was purpose in what I was doing. I didn't feel like really anybody cared. I kept saying that over and over again. So watch your head talk, how you self-talk to yourself, saying nobody cares anyway, nobody cares anyway.
Yes.
People do care. And I started getting to the place where I was thinking nobody really cares for real. And if I sang, if I made a new song or not, those kind of things were hitting me in a way that I wasn't familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
And then my son actually was going through something and he was hurt and he was breaking up with a girl and his feelings were hurt. So he was really down at the time. And I came in there to encourage him and I was like, you just hang on in there. We're going to pray and we're going to do this and da, 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 and you're going to do this and you're going to do this and focus and da, da, da. I'm going to ask the Lord to do this, da, da, da. Be strong and go move forward. And I walked out of his
Yes.
room and it was like the Lord tapped me on the shoulder and was like, you're a hypocrite.
Mm.
Because if you're fighting for him and he fights for himself, but you're still in that pit of depression, what are you going to do if he gets out and you're
Facts.
still in it?
Yeah.
That was a turning point for me. I was like, oh, yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So I went to therapy. I
Mm-hmm.
did get on medication, but the medication didn't feel like it was working. The therapy worked, but I realized that I was going through menopause. How about that?
Oh.
So I had just started going through menopause and I hadn't realized that that was what it was. I was going, that's the weirdness of feeling unsettled, unbalanced. And that's why the depression medicine didn't work because I had to get some hormone therapy.
Oh.
Real talk, people, getting older. It really is the truth. It
It's
happens
the
to all
truth.
of us. Keep living, keep living. but it was just the hot flashes. I didn't do the sweating and all that stuff. So it didn't look or feel familiar. So no one could see that, oh God, she's going through a hot flash. Oh, Chanté, you're going through menopause. It was just this turmoil on the inside. And the fact that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing in my heart and in my head. My mind wasn't made up anymore. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing in the way I was supposed to be doing it. So that was the turning point. And in the middle of all of that, I did therapy, and I did it not just once a week and not just for an hour. I went twice a week for 2 hours because it felt like every time I was talking to her, I got opened up, and then I left there and I was like, bleh! I was like a hot mess when I left.
Just tell her everything. Yeah.
And I felt like I needed wind down time. So I did 2 hours, 2 times a week, for like 5 months. It was a really intense time where I looked at things differently in my past. I kept a journal always, but I kept a journal again because I stopped writing because I didn't like what I was writing about.
Yeah.
So keep a journal anyway, even though sometimes it gets a little intense. This is really an intense, in-depth interview, lady. Got me talking about my life in this way.
I love it.
Anyway. So that was really the beginning of a new beginning for me, which is why I thought there was not enough grace for me. I thought there was not enough of God's mercy for me. I thought, oh, Chanté, you've gone too far. You've gone too long. It's been too long since you've been right, and everybody gonna judge you. And who is everybody?
Right.
And then I just started talking about who am I worried about? And I had to check myself, really, who are you worried about, Chanté? Who matters most? That would be me and my children. And if I'm not a whole me and a complete and really fulfilled me, which is why when I was talking to Kelly Price about that, and she was posting about taking care of herself, that is the most important thing you can do. You can't help anybody. That's why I'd say put your mask on first and then assist others.
Yes.
Fix you. Physician, heal thyself. First you. And then you can help somebody else. Once I know where I'm going, I go, hey, you can go this way and that way, and you'll make it out. So that's what I feel like my whole life is about, is whatever I go through, I'll share it with you if it's going to help you get where you're going. If you have more hope because Chanté made it through, then let me tell you what I made through.
Yeah.
I made it through quite a bit, from rape to abuse to divorces, to adultery, to whatever. It's been a lot of things in my life, and I'm still here, and I feel better than I've ever felt, and I'm more whole than I've been in a really, really long time, and I have God to thank for that. I really do. And that is one of the things that has made me, and he is the right one. He really is. And then when you find the right one, you can find the right one. You know what I mean? We get stuck on finding a man or a woman to fulfill and complete us. And it really is about us being at a place where we feel whole and complete within. And then we can see what it is we need and what we lack, if there's anything we lack. Because other people do bring life and hope and joy and extra things to your life. Well, that's what they should be doing, instead of stress and
they're like a branch
insecurity and things that draw from you. They should be adding to your life. And we need to know when they're at, to realize when that's happening. So thank you for asking that in-depth question.
First of all, thank you for sharing. You know how much people you just helped just now especially talk
I
about
really
therapy in the Black community?
Hope so. And that's something in the Black community and in the church that is like a no-no. They're like, Jesus will fix it, honey. I'm like, Jesus gave you some money, go spend it at the therapist's office.
You're like, we're going to go to church Sunday morning, we're going to pray about it, and you'll be okay. You keep on moving.
And that's not true. My family, and I can look back generations, needed some therapy. And we didn't get it, and we should have. And broken people birth broken people, and not that nobody's perfect. That's the other thing is, as a parent, I had to get it and forgive myself for being frail and human and human, because I wanted to be the perfect mother. I never wanted my kids to be like, well, you never, or you did, or we didn't like, or we this. I'm like, thou shalt not never say these things to moi, not me. Because I really tried to be a perfect mother, but nobody's perfect. So I had to get over myself.
Oh, first of all, it's the answer for me. I love that. It's the honesty and the transparency. You see, this is why we're Team Chanté all day, every day.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I hope so. I hope you guys stay positive, and when I'm down, I let you all know that too. And I'm like, I'm not having a good day. I was looking back at some of the posts and some of the Sundays that I came on, the ice cream Sundays, and I just remember you guys going, "You guys can do it. You can do it." You guys were like, "You can do it too." I'm like, "I know, I know." And those were good times, you know. Going
Yes.
through those times, I could see my moods change. Different Sundays, I was like, "I'm all right today, guys, but I'm pressing," and
Mm-hmm.
that was
That
interesting
was
for me.
honesty.
And I think that was what we all needed, is just to feel connected and not to feel alone, you know?
100%.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, wait, there we go. Yes.
So I'm glad you guys are still here. I'm glad that you're doing your dreams. I
Yeah.
would love to be on your show as well. So we're gonna try to make that happen as well. I don't see why not.
I'm going to try not to freak out right now, but keep going.
Don't freak out. Don't you do it. Okay, so we have some more questions. Anybody have anything I've not talked about? I miss you guys on Sunday too, Tia Raven. I see you. Um, Add me, please. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna add somebody. I don't know who I'm gonna add. People are talking though. So I'm gonna do one more. So thank you so much for coming,
You're
Natalie. I
welcome. Thank you for
appreciate you
having me.
so much. It's my pleasure. It really is my pleasure. You guys have been so sweet. I love being able to see your face. It makes me happy. That makes me happy. Um, so you go ahead. I'm gonna answer a couple more questions.
I don't know how
Thank
to
you
do that, but I'll
so
try.
much. I don't even know how either.
I gotta get, like, how do I get out?
I don't know. Let me see. Let me
Wait,
see.
no, that just turns off the camera.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, somebody else is asking to be on. Yeah, I don't know what that, I don't know what to do it, how to do it either.
Need some
What's
like tech
that?
support?
Search, uh, I don't know. Invite to join. I don't know how to do it. Okay, so you stay on
Sure.
until someone else asks me to do it. So what now? Part two of you drinking Red Bull and driving on the highway. Oh, I know what you're talking about. When I drank some Red Bull, yeah, but no, it wasn't the Red Bull part. It's just I have this thing where I have some anxiety and when I'm driving, and I don't know why that is, honestly. And
Okay.
I think it's about getting because some of it is getting older, so I don't know about that. But oh, there you go, Natalie figured it out. I was like, she's gonna have to stay the whole time. Well, Chanté Moore will be back on Sundays. I will come back some Sundays. I've been thinking about it. Top scroll down menu. Oh, thank you. She figured it out though. Thank you.